This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Friday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. 5 a.m., June the 9th, and we did see some peaks of sun yesterday.
Yeah, it was nice to finally see it. We hadn't seen it in quite some time, I feel like.
Almost a week.
Yeah.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. Yeah, it was actually very pretty yesterday afternoon, I think. Yeah, we had a little bit of a drier air kind of filter in, and this morning is very pleasant outside. It feels nice. A few scattered showers around, not so much over us, but to the north of us, to the south of us, we have a few in motion. If you take a look at the radar image, you can kind of pick out that the ones to the north are moving away from shore. The ones to the south are kind of moving towards shore. That's because right in the center of the two is a frontal boundary, and basically over us. That frontal boundary is going to gradually lift back north, but at least for today and for tomorrow too, I think, we are going to see some very pretty weather. A lot of sunshine around and slightly lower relative humidity. Slightly. I mean, it is June after all, so we'll look for a daytime high that comes in around 87 degrees with about a 20% chance of an inland shower. Talk all about it coming up in a few.
Sounds good. Thank you, John. There's the scene right now. First off in Manatee County. Not a single slowdown to report to you this morning. Well, there's a little one right there, actually. Farther south, we'll see one on Clark Road as you head away from 41 coming off Stickney Point, but nothing too much right now. And then our final map will show us nothing to report at 5:02 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news today, one of two ways to get onto Minnesota Key will be temporarily shut down in the coming days. Major
construction work begins this weekend on the bridge that connects Englewood to the Barrier Island. Our Rick Adams has a preview.
Well, starting on Sunday, the Tom Adams Bridge here will be closing for a week. It's a closure that's going to cause some headaches for folks around here. It's going to be a long week for people who use the Tom Adams Bridge. The bridge will be shut down for repairs starting around midnight this Sunday, and it will remain closed until the following Sunday. Giraldi's Pizza Restaurant sits near the bridge on Minnesota Key. The family-owned business is a little nervous about the bridge closing next week, especially with their delivery service, but they tell us business should be fine during the closure.
It's definitely going to affect our business as far as the times that we're going to be open. We're going to open a little later and close a little earlier, but this has happened before and business was pretty much okay still.
For Englewood resident Gary Winthorpe, he's not too happy about the upcoming bridge closure because he uses the bridge almost daily. He tells us it'll now take him a lot longer just to get to the beach.
It's going to be tough because you're going to have to go all the way down to Minnesota just to go to Englewood Beach.
That will be an extra 15-mile trip for people looking to get onto Minnesota Key. But Charlotte County officials say the work has to be done on this aging bridge. The nearly $10 million project will include a new tender house, replacement of all the electrical and mechanical equipment, replacement of the concrete approach slabs, and widening of the sidewalks.
This is an important link between the mainland and Minnesota Key, and we need to do whatever maintenance is necessary to keep this bridge operational for now and for the future.
Workers at businesses such as the Barefoot Trader tourist shop say they're going to make the most of the week the bridge is shut down.
We're closing and going our store trip, so it's not going to bother us too much. We'll be gone for 3 days, those 3 days. But when we come back, yeah, we're going to have to drive up to the north end of the island, and that's no fun.
And after the week of work on this bridge is done, it'll reopen at midnight on Sunday, June 18th. County officials are encouraging folks to be extra patient. Reporting from Englewood, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Drivers, listen up. Another big project is set to begin on I-75 today. The Florida Department of Transportation will start work on the new I-75 State Road 64 Diamond Interchange. They'll also widen the on and off ramps to the interstate and install sidewalks and bicycle lanes on State Road 64. Signs have been posted to alert drivers of that construction. The work is scheduled to be completed by late 2019, but drivers are urged to use caution throughout that area.
Developing overnight, a man's condition is critical after a near drowning off the coast of Anna Maria Island. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says witnesses pulled 25-year-old Joseph Teston from the water near the Sandbar restaurant. They began CPR when deputies and Marine crews arrived. Deputies say the near drowning appears to have been an accident. And the Bradenton Beach Police Department will soon be able to respond to emergencies on the water even faster. Manatee County Commissioners approved up to $50,000 in West Coast Inland Navigation District funds. That money will be used to install a boat lift for the police near the historic Bridge Street Pier. A police spokesman says the lift will drastically reduce officers' response times and give them better access to the waterway. Right now, they have to launch their boat from a boat ramp.
The Sarasota Police Department is asking for help identifying a bike thief. The thief was caught on camera stealing bikes from several locations in Sarasota between April and May. A total of 6 bikes have been reported stolen from areas near Ringling Boulevard, South Gulfstream Avenue, and South Palm Avenue. Anyone with information on the thefts is asked to contact the police department. You can also leave an anonymous tip with Sarasota Crime Stoppers using the number on your screen.
A Punta Gorda man could face life in prison after being convicted of killing a clerk at 7-Eleven and then setting the store on fire. 28-year-old Michael Russo was found guilty of murder and arson on Thursday. In November of 2015, he shot 18-year-old Kyle Farshan several times in the store at Bell Harbor and Acquiesce Roads. He then covered the store with gasoline and lit it on fire. He'll be sentenced on July 17th.
New developments this morning. Another victim has been identified in the case of a Venice attorney accused of embezzling $1 million from his elderly clients, including those who have died. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says Adam Miller opened several accounts for the estate of one of his clients back in 2014. Bank transactions show he withdrew hundreds of thousands of dollars from the accounts and put them in his personal and business accounts. Over a year and a half, Miller allegedly took more than $500,000. He's now facing an additional charge of scheming to defraud over $50,000, and his bond has been set at $1.7 million. A
little farther south, the city of Northport in the midst of hiring a new city manager there. Earlier this year, the city manager, Jonathan Lewis, left for a job with the Sarasota County government. After that, Peter Lear was hired as interim city manager, and now it seems he might get the job full-time. Commissioners were in agreement to hire Lear, but had to have further questions first. It may be several more weeks until a final contract is negotiated.
2 years after her election to Sarasota's City Commission, Shelley Freeland Eddy is now the newly appointed mayor. But her appointment is sparking controversy over a survey she filled out during her campaign. Before her election, Freeland Eddy answered a survey from the LGBT rights group Equality Florida. On it, she indicated she was supportive of gay marriage and abortion rights. However, after the election, she contacted the group saying she had not answered truthfully. Now some members of the Democratic Party, which endorsed her at the time, have concerns about her ability to represent the city. Freeland Eddy says she draws a strict line between her personal beliefs and public policy.
It's our obligation as private citizens to hold our public officials and elected representatives accountable for the commitments they make on the campaign trail and when they're in office.
There's no intention on my part to do anything that would remove rights, reduce rights, or do anything that would make it more difficult for any individual, including members of the LGBT community, to exercise their rights.
To hear more of what the mayor had to say, you can go to our website at ABC7 and watch last night's 7 p.m. broadcast featuring interviews with Mayor Eddy and a local political scientist.
Manatee County's Meals on Wheels Plus program is getting a financial boost from county commissioners after struggling with recent increase in demand. The nonprofit is receiving $200,000 in emergency funding from the county's reserve. Over the past 5 years, Meals on Wheels Plus has seen a 40% increase in clients. The cost of operations has gone up over $1 million. The organization reached its capacity and had to deny new clients.
So what we're seeing is this huge increase in need and in the senior population who are homebound, who need a meal, who need nutrition. And we have never turned a senior away. We were so proud of that fact. But in 2016, we had to say time out. We have to establish a referral system.
In addition to more funding and donations, Meals on Wheels also needs volunteer drivers to help essential meals get delivered. Right now, 22 routes remain uncovered.
Sarasota County's historic courthouse is getting a facelift. The 91-year-old landmark in downtown Sarasota will remain open during the restoration project, but workers are renovating the building's ironwork and repainting and touching up the exterior. The county began making repairs in 2007 to the roof and tower. That restoration is expected to be complete by spring of next year. And downtown Sarasota continues to grow with another new condo project set to break ground this month. The Mark, which is owned by the same company building as the nearby View project, has announced plans to start construction at the corner of State Street and Pineapple Avenue. The project will add 157 condos and 35,000 square feet of retail space to the area. It's just one of 32 planned projects expected to add over 4,000 new units downtown over the next few years. But for some, the growth is exciting, and others say it's cause for concern.
Things that are healthy are things that are growing. And Sarasota has a very bright future ahead.
For me, what's always been the most important thing to concentrate on is two words called scale and character.
That development is expected to be complete by June of 2019. At that time, more than half of the 32 currently proposed projects are also anticipated to be finished.
5,000 new seats are on the way to Sarasota's Roberts Arena. The original 50-year-old plastic seats were removed earlier this week. They'll soon be replaced by black padded seats with armrests. There's the old ones there. The new seats will debut at a concert on July 28th.
This is paid through the 1 cent local option sales tax. In 2007, they put $5 million for fairgrounds improvements on the list that was approved by the voters. So to date, we've been able to use $1.5 million to do improvements such as the bathrooms, interior improvements, parking lot, our chairs, stage, now the fixed seating, concession improvements, and the marquee.
The arena will hold an upcoming fundraiser to sell those former seats.
Dozens of Suncoast teenage girls and boys are getting expert advice on how to be better babysitters. The Sarasota Medical Alliance Foundation held classes on Thursday at the Selby Library. The foundation is an organization of local doctors, families. Bonnie Silverman has volunteered to teach the course annually for the past 22 years, and she says her curriculum has evolved since 1995 thanks to social media and cell phones.
You don't have to worry about if there was a fire, don't make a call from the house. You can walk out with the phone. Your parents can reach you. You don't have to worry about answering the phone and speaking to strangers. And also, for social media, we talk about not posting where they're at, don't show pictures of the family.
Certainly some good points there. Despite that changing technology, the primary lessons remain the same. Never leave a child unattended and call 911 if an emergency arises.
And a much different summer program underway in Manatee County right now. Dozens of students gathered Thursday at Camp Nuts, Bolts, and Thingamajigs at Manatee Technical College. The 12 to 17-year-olds will learn about manufacturing and the skills and technology available to them in the industry.
Our industry desperately needs to recruit young people into careers in manufacturing. And so the goal of our foundation is to get young people introduced early, and then once they're graduated from high school and they're ready to go and train for manufacturing careers, we offer scholarships.
The Nuts, Bolts, and Thingamajigs Foundation currently has 72 camps around the country. They give grants to high school students interested in manufacturing careers for community and technical colleges. And happening this morning, if you're looking for something fun to do, Tampa Bay Rays third baseman Evan Longoria is back in Bradenton again for a chance to read to the kids at the downtown library from 11 to 11:30. It's part of the Reading with the Rays, Read Your Way to the Ballpark summer program. Kids taking part in the program can win a variety of prizes from the team based on how many hours they read. This is Longoria's third year coming to Bradenton to read to the kids. The event draws about 1,000 people, so be sure to get there early. Way to go. And don't forget to get in touch with us or to show us some video or pictures you might have taken. Here is how to contact us. It's mysuncoast.com. We're also on Facebook and .com.abc7.
Yeah, we'd love to see some of those pictures that you guys are doing out and about. Definitely weather pictures, any pictures you have of you and your family enjoying some things here on the Suncoast.
Right. Plenty of sun to shoot photos today.
Oh, good.
That's the good news.
Looking forward to this Friday with all that sun we're hoping for today.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's a good time to actually go around your yard and enjoy the nice lower humidity weather and empty out all those reservoirs of standing water.
Yeah, pick up some of that debris that might be on the ground as well.
There's some out there. Yeah, we had some pretty good blow yesterday with some of those showers that moved through late in the day. Talk about the forecast for the weekend in a sec.
All right, thanks, John. Still ahead, Linda Carson shows us some fun activities happening across the Suncoast this weekend.
And later in the hour, a change of leadership in England. Stay with us.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So a nice start to the morning, I think. We have dew point values that are slightly lower. We're hovering around the 70 mark. We'll probably drop down below that as we head into the morning. We have 73-degree air temperature and an east wind at about 8. That east wind will be either east or northeast throughout the day today. And then tomorrow, we're going to watch that wind shift from an easterly to a northeasterly direction to a southeasterly direction. And that's going to bring the moisture back, lickety-split, and bring back the rain showers as well. So we get a chance to dry out today. We get a lot of sunshine around, but it's only going to be a brief break from the rain showers before looks like about a week of rain again. So it's coming back. Enjoy at least half of the weekend will be pretty much rain-free. 73 degrees in Bradenton Parish, Lake Myakka, Wauchula, Arcadia coming in at 74, so is Northport and Inglewood, 75 degrees in Venice, and Longboat Key also coming in at about 75 degrees. The front moved through yesterday, and it's located just to our south. This water vapor imagery really kind of tells you the tale. It shows you where the dry air is, where the dry air is not, the swirls in the atmosphere. Dry air here indicated by 10. You can see that kind of southerly push to the drier air as this little bit of high pressure builds in briefly. Across the state of Florida, got some nice dry air aloft. That's going to bring us the sunny skies. But down to the south, there's still plentiful amounts of tropical moisture back behind the front that's located just to our south. So we're getting more rain showers in the southern tip of the state where that moisture is still deeper. What will happen will be eventually that moisture will start lifting back north, and it'll come right over us and bring us again a good chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Now, there's no kind of kicker in the atmosphere right now that will provide us over the weekend with those kind of showers that are at almost any time, almost anywhere kind of showers that we had like we had earlier this week. But I think there'll be mostly afternoon showers, and some of them will be pretty heavy. So we'll probably see another 1.5 inches or so of rainfall in inland areas, but along the coast we'll probably hold it to about 1/2 inch or less for Saturday and Sunday. Monday's a different story. We'll take a look at those showers down to the south right now. They're generally speaking light in nature, no real thunderstorm activity locally. Everything should be just fine for your morning commute, not an issue. But over the weekend, here's what happens. The frontal boundary, now stalled out, begins to lift back north as a warm front as high pressure to the south builds in and we develop a southerly wind. That's key. That's what's going to bring back our rain showers and bring back the humidity. For today, we have generally just isolated showers, mostly in inland areas. Winds shift over the weekend, draw that warm front north, and then the rain chances go up. You'll see it reflected here. 20% chance of showers today, 50% on Saturday, inland in the afternoon, same thing on Sunday, and then Monday, I think with the clouds kind of roll in, and it's going to be another one of those rain showers almost anytime, anywhere days. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, John. Let's take a look at traffic. Looks like 301 heading northbound in Manatee County, seeing some increase in traffic. Also State Road 70 heading eastbound, so around where those lights interchange at. There's some stoppage as we head into Sarasota County. 41 heading southbound between Fruitville and Bee Ridge Road, seeing an increase in traffic. Other than that, not a whole lot going on throughout that way. Pretty quiet in South County as well at 521 on your Friday morning. And it has been raining on and off this week. We've talked about it all week long. But in case something does happen over the weekend, as John has mentioned, we've got more on some inside events where you can have fun and stay dry this weekend.
That'd be a good idea. Our Linda Carson has a preview in this week's Suncoast Scene.
The good old summertime is here, and this week, Selby Splashing Saturdays are back to keep your kids cool.
It's a very popular family-friendly event. It includes water-themed games and activities that are geared for children that are toddlers on up to 10 years of age. It also includes a different 22-foot water slide each week.
Splashing Selby Saturdays starts this Saturday and it goes through July 15th. It's from 10 a.m. until noon, and make sure the kids bring their swimsuit or something they can get wet in. And the Sarasota Music Festival returns for the 53rd year in all its glory. It brings some of the most talented young musicians in the world to town to study with some of the world's best faculty members. And the Sarasota Music Festival presents 2 amazing concerts here at the Sarasota Opera House on Friday night and Saturday night. If you love classical music, you won't find any better than this anywhere. Friday night is the Buck Brandenburg Concert.
Playing all 6 Brandenburg concertos in one concert, and I don't think it's been done in Sarasota before, so it's your chance to see that all at once.
And Saturday night,
we're doing Beethoven's 5th Symphony. It's a great symphony, and he paired it with the Ebert Flute Concerto, which is being played by a former participant, Jasmine Choi. She was here in 2003, and now she has this crazy, amazing career.
And a new high-tech version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea opens at the Oslo Rep.
This production is a twist on the classic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, and we have a modern character who jumps himself back in time into his favorite story. This play will look unlike anything you've seen in the theater before. The whole set has projection surfaces on it, so you really feel like you've jumped inside somebody's story or inside a movie or inside a storybook, and we have front projections, rear projections, floor projections.
It's cutting-edge technology to make you feel like you're really under the sea. What will they find 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? It opens at the Oslo Rep on Friday and it goes through July 1st. It's a great show for the whole family and it has a very modern twist. It's a summer adventure. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Lots of great things to do indoors this weekend if it does rain, so that's great.
Yeah, good ideas. Thank you, Linda. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. We'll tell you why Taylor Swift's music is coming back to some streaming platforms today.
And coming up at 5:30, the latest on the 25-year-old NSA leaker as she makes her latest appearance in court. Stay with us. We'll have that story next.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
The time has finally come.
We had a great time at Walt Disney World's grand opening of Pandora, the world of Avatar. And we want to thank all of you for participating in our contest. Stay tuned to Suncoast View for our grand prize winner announcement coming soon.
One lucky ABC7 viewer will win 4 Florida resident Disney Platinum passes, plus a 4-night stay at a Walt Disney World Resort Hotel. Will it be you?
Stay tuned to Suncoast View to find out. Good luck.
Pretty shot there of the Ringling Causeway. More rain coming this weekend, though, we hear.
I know. At least today we'll get some sun. It'll be nice. If you are getting out this today would be the day to do it.
I thought we were in the clear from rain, but not the case.
I know. That's okay.
5:27 on Friday morning.
Well, Verizon's takeover of Yahoo is nearly complete.
And now pink slips are about to go out.
In today's Tech Bites, Yahoo's multi-billion-dollar merger with Verizon.
Shareholders have approved the nearly $5 billion deal. Yahoo and AOL will form a new company under Verizon called Oath. Yahoo is the second most popular email service behind Google's Gmail.
If you have one of these accounts, it's expected the company will keep the yahoo.com address.
Jeff Bezos' Amazon has dropped its unlimited cloud storage plan. Now, instead of paying $60 a year for unlimited data, users only have 2 options.
Anyone already signed up for unlimited storage will keep the offer until it expires.
And a major surprise for fans of Taylor Swift, her entire music catalog is now streaming on all platforms.
Yeah, after feuding with Spotify, Apple, and others over payments to artists, Swift is back streaming to celebrate her album 1989, hitting 10 million in sales worldwide. Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Cat's Pride Litter.
One moment we're snuggling and the next he wants nothing to do with me.
Duke Meowington says you're ignoring his needs. How does that make you feel?
What? I give him treats. I take care of the litter box.
About what's in the box. You two should try Cat's Pride, Fresh and Light Ultimate Care.
Cats are complicated. Great litter is simple. Look for Fresh and Light Ultimate Care in the green jug, the best performing lightweight litter.
He would like you to pet him now. But just for 3 seconds or he'll scratch the crap out of you.
Need a fast-absorbing moisturizer? Try Nivea In-Shower Body Lotion. Wash, apply, it absorbs fast for 24-hour moisture. Quickly rinse for smoother skin. Ready to go. Nivea In-Shower Body Lotion. Also available with cocoa butter.
Introducing new Parodontax, the toothpaste that helps prevent bleeding gums. If you spit blood when you brush or floss, you may have gum problems and could be on the journey to much worse. Help stop the journey of gum disease. Try new Parodontax toothpaste.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
There comes
coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast will update an eventful day of testimony on Capitol Hill from the former FBI director and tell you what happened next.
And severe rain on the state's East Coast was enough to close a popular outlet mall for 2 days. We'll tell you if the water got inside the building.
And she told an undercover officer she wanted to kill her husband. A Palm Beach woman back in court for the third time. Will a jury reach a verdict that stands up this time?
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And welcome back. 5:33, pretty shot there, looking south on Lemon toward Fruitville from our tower camera in the Rosemary District. Glad you're with us. It's 5:33 on June the 9th. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi over in the Weather Center. Good morning, John. How are you?
How you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I cannot wait for a little bit of sunshine.
Me too.
I'll tell you what, got some cloud cover out there right now, the kind of mid-level clouds that you can see through the big bright full moon back behind that strawberry moon. It looks pretty out there, and you can actually see that the clouds are very thin because the moon shines through very brightly. So those clouds will mix away. Those clouds will mix away, leave us with a lot of sunshine, and the rain showers you see down to the south will stay down to the south. So we have a chance to dry out today. Satellite view shows only a little bit of cloud cover around, and that's rapidly going to yield to sunshine, which will rule the day. Daytime highs will top out about average, coming in the upper 80s, and we'll have just minimal chances of afternoon showers. Those will be mostly inland and isolated in nature. All that changes this weekend, though. We have rain showers returning. We'll talk about it in just a few.
Not again. Here's the roads right now in Manatee County. State Road 70 westbound after 301 showing some buildup this morning. Farther south on the maps, we'll look at Sarasota County, and mostly clear right now. No problems at that point. And then farther south, all good at 5:34, almost 5:35 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, the nation is still reacting this morning to the powerful testimony yesterday by former FBI Director James Comey.
Yeah, Comey called the president a liar, and today the president's lawyer is responding. Lana Zach has our story.
The bombshell James Comey testimony brought a new spate of headlines.
I was honestly concerned that he might lie about the nature of our meeting. I asked a friend of mine to share the content of the memo with a reporter. I've seen the tweet about tapes. Lordy, I hope they're tapes.
For 2.5 hours, Comey painted a picture of an FBI director trying to navigate murky waters as the president tried to exert his influence. Comey recalling a meeting in which the president allegedly said of the Flynn investigation, "I hope you can let this go."
I took it as a direction. Right. I mean, this is the president of the United States with me alone saying, I hope this. I took it as this is what he wants me to do.
The president's personal attorney disputed much of Comey's testimony.
The president also never told Mr. Comey, quote, I need loyalty. I expect loyalty, close quote.
While the Republican Speaker of the House came to President Trump's defense in a different way.
He's new to government, and so he probably wasn't steeped in the long-running protocols.
Comey did confirm that he had reassured the president he was not personally under investigation, but it did not save his job.
It's my judgment that I was fired because of the Russia investigation. That is a very big deal.
The president himself is keeping mum, at least for now.
Mr. President, any reaction to Comey's testimony? Any reaction at all? Thank you very much.
But that silence on the part of the president is unlikely to last long. Overnight, the White House announced he will be holding a joint press conference scheduled for 2:45 later today. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
And developing overnight overseas, election results are in across the UK, and exit polls suggest British Prime Minister Theresa May's Conservative Party might lose the majority in Parliament. May, who called a snap election in April in hopes of gaining an even greater majority and an upper hand in Brexit negotiations, says she has no intention of resigning following the results. The exit polls suggest that Conservatives will remain the largest party, but will secure only 314 of the 650 seats in Parliament's House of Commons, losing 17 seats. The hung Parliament leaves the UK in political uncertainty, with the country set to leave the European Union on June 19th. We'll have more updates on this story throughout the day right here on ABC 7.
Back here in this country, the 25-year-old woman accused of leaking top-secret information will remain in jail until her trial begins. Reality winner, real name, is pleading not guilty to espionage charges for allegedly copying classified documents from a computer and mailing them to an online news organization. Winner was a Georgia-based contractor for the U.S. government. If convicted, she could face up to 10 years in prison.
A follow-up now on the U.S. representative-elect accused of assaulting a reporter. Greg Gianforte has been given a deadline to enter a plea while a hearing has been set for Monday. Gianforte allegedly knocked reporter Ben Jacobs to the ground and broke his glasses after Jacobs tried to ask him a question about the health care bill. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 6 months behind bars and a $500 fine. Meanwhile, Gianforte has issued a written apology to Jacobs and says he's making a $50,000 donation to the Committee to Protect Journalists, an independent nonprofit.
Police in New Jersey could face criminal charges after a video captured them kicking and dragging a man who was on fire. The officers were looking for a man involved in a high-speed chase. The suspect had rammed into Miguel Feliz's car, causing the vehicle to catch fire. Police went after Feliz instead of the suspect. With their guns drawn, 2 officers are seen kicking him before the group of officers drag him into the street.
We are going to be aggressive. We're going to pursue termination and criminal charges where appropriate. We're not going to let some poor judgments from police officers reflect on the entire police department and our city.
The man's condition is listed as critical this morning.
In Georgia, at least one person is dead after a church bus overturned near Atlanta on Thursday afternoon. This is aerial footage of the scene where officers say a bus carrying a youth group from a church in Huntsville, Alabama, overturned and landed on a car. The group of high schoolers were headed to the Atlanta airport for a mission trip to South Africa. At least 21 people were hurt, 9 were taken to the hospital for treatment. The National Transportation Safety Board is still investigating that crash.
Opening statements are underway again in Palm Beach County for a woman accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband. This is the third trial for 34-year-old Dalia Dipolito. This story drew national attention when an undercover video of her making a deal with a plainclothes officer went viral. In the video, she says she's 5,000% sure she wants her husband killed. There it is. A 2011 conviction and 20-year sentence were thrown out on appeal, and a retrial last fall ended in a hung jury. It's also appeared on Cops as well. The trial is expected to take about 2 weeks. A new report from the Centers for Disease Control shows the Zika virus is popping up in Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories now. Zika birth defects were about the same in those areas as it has been in the place that's had the epidemic initially. About 1 in 20 women infected with Zika had babies with birth defects.
There's trouble brewing in the special session at the state capitol as legislators are debating providing more money for public schools. Senate President Joe Negron says the Senate is not going to approve a budget deal unless House Republicans and Governor Rick Scott agree to back top Senate priorities. The Senate wants to restore $75 million worth of university projects that the governor vetoed and restore some budget cuts to hospitals. But time is running out to settle the budget. The special session ends today.
A follow-up now on that severe weather that impacted Florida this week. The rain and subsequent flooding closed a major outlet mall the past 2 days. Sawgrass Mills was closed yesterday after heavy rain flooded the parking lot. It stranded cars as well. Mall officials say the floodwaters did not make it inside the mall and only affects the parking area.
And in the South Florida community of Davie, fish and ducks were swimming in driveways. The rains flooding the front yards of many residents in one neighborhood there. The flooding left them stranded, unable to go to work and let alone move their cars.
Out the door, as soon as you step off the steps, you're 6 inches there, and if you walk any further, you're up to your knees.
Residents there say it's best not to get frustrated because they do expect more stormy weather ahead during hurricane season.
In other weather news, caught on camera, a North Dakota farmer came across an interesting sight earlier this week. Look at that. Jesse By was in the middle of a spraying corn when he saw this massive tornado a few hundred feet from where he was. He said it was like a vacuum cleaner sucking up the dirt.
When I was coming down the road, I thought it was going to turn back. It looked like it was going to turn back at me.
Thankfully, the tornado was not very destructive. Jesse says it was a lot of excitement for a day on the tractor. We've seen some amazing images the past week.
We really haven't. I don't think I would honestly stop and take video. I think I'd be hauling it the other direction.
I can't believe that surprised him.
No, it's
Whoa.
huge. Oh, I didn't see that.
We're having severe weather. We're looking today at a very quiet, calm, nice weather, chance to dry out, you know, a lot of sunshine and slightly lower humidity. Lasts about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Then the rains return. We'll talk about it.
All right. Thanks, John. Still ahead this hour. What's the right time for parents to sleep in the same bed as their kids?
We'll tell you about a new study that suggests getting more sleep as a new parent coming up.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we have a front that has moved through. It's parked down to our south, and what will eventually happen will be that it will lift back north as a warm front right across us and bring us higher humidity and another chance of rain. But for today, anyway, we have some clear skies out there. And we have less rain chance, and it should be a very sunny afternoon. 73, our current air temperature, dew point coming in at 70. We'll see that 70-degree dew point probably drop down below the 70 mark into the 60s as we head into the afternoon. And you know what? This may be the last day that we see that for a while. East wind coming in at about 8 will start to shift a little more southeast. The drier air over the state of Florida is now indicated here in the water vapor imagery from our satellites above as the tan color. And the tan color is a good indication that we'll have some sunnier skies as we head into the afternoon. Rain showers are still around, but they're really located down to the south, mostly where the moisture is a little bit higher concentration throughout the column of the atmosphere. And that's the place where I think we'll see most of the showery and even thunderstorm activity a little bit later on today, the southern tip of the state. For us, well, the morning commute will be just fine. Shouldn't be any issues there weather-wise, and we'll have a lot of sunshine this afternoon as you head home as well, except for the fact that inland areas may see still an isolated shower or thunderstorm. I mean, it is June after all. So the front, which is stalled down to our south, will start to lift north as high pressure builds in by Saturday night. By Sunday, it'll be north of us, and all of that moisture beneath it will start to lift north as well, and we increase our rain chances. Then next week, little areas of low pressure will ripple along the upper levels of the atmosphere and help to encourage the formation of showers and thunderstorms. So bottom line is we're in a pattern that'll increase the rain shower chances in the second half of the weekend. Only isolated showers, wind shifting over the weekend. Fire danger index is still good. In fact, recent rains have made it good most everywhere in the state in the low category, so that's nice. We like to see that. Forecast for the weekend calls for, well, today anyway, only a 20% chance of showers. Tomorrow, mostly afternoon, mostly inland, rain shower chances, but at about 50%. Sunday, the same thing, but at about 60%. On Monday, those little areas of low pressure disturbances in the atmosphere give everybody, inland and coastal, good chances for rain, and that lasts a couple of days. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look at traffic this morning. Looks like State Road 70 seeing some congestion as you head westbound. Also 64 seeing some slowdowns as you're heading into downtown Bradenton. Sarasota County looking pretty clear, though. No accidents to report in that area. And South County pretty quiet as well at 5:49 on your Friday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, if you have a baby or a toddler, your home is bound to be filled with things like strollers, carriers, bouncers, all sorts of things.
And doctors say all those items are causing more injuries these days. Nursery-related injuries have been on the rise in recent years. In a recent 3-year period, they were the leading category of children's products recalled in this country. Researchers find the most common injuries are from carriers, cribs, and strollers. There's also a high risk for suffocation.
Even if the child is younger and they're not scooting around yet, this might be the first time they turn. And when they do, they can actually, impinge and suffocate. And that we've seen that, and it happens to anyone.
To avoid injuries, doctors suggest keep a close eye on your child, check for recalls, and also read the instructions.
And a new study finds babies and parents sleep better if babies start sleeping on their own in their own room at 4 months old. The lead author of the study in the journal Pediatrics says it was conducted because the evidence was weak to support the American Academy of Pediatrics recommendations. They say babies should sleep in the parent's room for at least 6 months, but ideally a year to prevent SIDS. But only 10% of SIDS cases happen after 6 months. This new study shows infants who went to their own room at 4 months slept 45 minutes longer than those who stayed in the parent's room until 9 months. And I'm sure parents would love to hear that because they would love to get some extra sleep. Those 45 minutes could come in handy.
So many studies make my head turn. All right.
I know.
Still ahead, we'll update the day's top news headlines, and a student that couldn't make it to his own graduation on time decided to celebrate on the subway.
But now his school is making sure he still gets to walk across the stage. We'll tell you how after this.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, give me one chance. I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance. I'm gonna take
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30.
78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
I'm Alan Cohn. Release the tapes. Fired FBI Director James Comey testifies before Congress. We'll have local analysis of his remarks on President Trump.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. 5:55 now.
Let's take a look at some of the top stories here on the Suncoast this morning.
Passers-by and Good Samaritans sprang into action to help a man drowning off the popular coast of Anna Maria Island. The 25-year-old remains this morning in critical condition, though. It happened in the Gulf off the Sandbar restaurant.
A Punta Gorda man could face life in prison after being convicted of killing a store clerk at 7-Eleven and setting the store on fire. 28-year-old Michael Russo was found guilty of murder and arson. His sentencing set for July 17.
And the most famous player on the Rays will be on the Suncoast again today. Evan Longoria reading to kids this morning, 11 a.m. at the library in downtown Bradenton. An update on a story we told you about last week. A man who missed his graduation after getting stuck on the subway in Queens is now getting another graduation ceremony. When he got stuck on the subway, Jarek's fellow passengers decided to throw him a ceremony on the train. Well, now a week later, a Hunter College official threw him a private ceremony so he could receive his diploma in person. They got a car for him so he wouldn't miss. And that graduation's been seen 3 million times, the subway one, on the internet.
Wow.
Props to
Private
everybody.
graduation.
How about
That's
that?
Fancy.
not bad, yeah.
More news and John's weekend forecast after this.